Here's a heartfelt look at the final photos of some beloved stars, a gentle reminder of life's fleeting nature. If any of these images feel too heavy, I apologize. These photos capture well-known faces in their final moments, and they might bring a mix of emotions. They remind us that, despite fame or fortune, time touches us all. If you wish to see more, parts 1, 2, and 3 are linked in the description. Last photo of legendary actress Katharine Hepburn. She died of complications from old age at age 96 in 2003. Last known promotional picture of Bette Davis. She died from breast cancer in 1989 at aged 81. In December 1992, Audrey Hepburn received the U.S. Presidential Medal of Freedom in recognition of her work as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. A month later, she died of appendix cancer at the age of 63. Last known photo of Ingrid Bergman. She died of cancer on her 67th birthday in 1982. Last photo of legendary actress Greta Garbo. Garbo had died from heart and kidney failure in 1990. Last photo of Marlene Dietrich before death. On the 6th of May 1992, she died of kidney failure at her flat in Paris at age 90. This is Joan Crawford, last photo before death. The great star died of heart failure at 69 in 1977. One of the last public appearances of Barbara Stanwyck before death. She died from congestive heart failure. This is the Claudette Colbert last photo before death. Colbert suffered a series of small strokes during the last 3 years of her life. She was 92. Last public appearances of Ginger Rogers on July 6, 1994. She died of natural causes on April 25, 1995. This is Rita Hayworth, last photo before death. In 1980, Hayworth was diagnosed with early-onset Alzheimer's disease, which contributed to her death in 1987 at age 68. This last known photo of Lauren Bacall. On August 12, 2014, Bacall died after suffering a stroke at her apartment in the Dakota. The last photos of actress Carole Lombard promoting war bonds during World War II, just before she died in a plane crash in Nevada. 1942. Ava Gardner, last photo before death. Ava passed away in her sleep due to complications from bronchial pneumonia at 67. Last known photo of Humphrey Bogart. Bogart died from esophageal cancer in January 1957. The last photos of Cary Grant. He died of a stroke in 1986 at the age of 82. Last known photo of James Stewart. He died from pulmonary embolism on June 25, 1997, at age 89. The last known photo of Marlon Brando before he passed away from respiratory failure at age 80 in 2004. Dancer Fred Astaire in a magazine celebrating his 87th birthday. He would pass away a little more than a year later in 1987. Last public appearances of Henry Fonda. Fonda died at his Los Angeles home on 1982 from heart disease. James Cagney and Michael J. Fox shared a meal 2 months before Cagney passed at the age of 86. Last public appearances of Spencer Tracy. He died of a heart attack in 1967. One of the last photos of Charlie Chaplin taken in 1977. He died of a stroke in his sleep at the age of 88. Gary Cooper in one of his final public appearances on Monday, March 13, 1961, at a boxing match in Miami, Florida. Gary Cooper dead of cancer. Gregory Peck last photo before death. Peck died in his sleep from bronchopneumonia at the age of 87. Last known photo of John Wayne. He died of stomach cancer June 11, 1979. Kirk Douglas last photo before death. Douglas, one of the leading stars of Hollywood's golden age, has died at 103. Sidney Poitier last photo before death. He died of heart failure, prostate cancer in 2022 at age 94. Last known photo of William Holden. Holden died after stepping onto the marble edge of his bathtub with wet feet. Matthew Perry's last Instagram post was a photo that showed him relaxing in a hot tub. Matthew Perry was found dead after an apparent drowning on October 28, 2023. He was 54, but this the last public appearance. This photo of Mark Bolan was taken by a fan 2 days before he died from a car crash. Rock Hudson in his garden, 1985. This is the last photo of Hudson. He died in his sleep from AIDS-related complications at his home in Beverly Hills at the age of 59. One of the last public appearances of President Woodrow Wilson at the funeral of President Warren G. Harding in October 1923. He died 6 months later on February 3, 1924. One of the last known photos of Rudy Vallee from Dissoon, 1985, 7 months before his death on July 3, 1986. One of the last photos of Myrna Loy with Lauren Bacall from January 1993, 6 months before she died at the age of 88. One of the last public appearances of Betty Grable from April 1972. She died 1 year later on July 2, 1973, from lung cancer at the age of 56. U.S. President Warren G. Harding, 5 days before he passed away in 1923.